Hi and welcome back to the channel, and today our vehicle of interest is going to be a 2014 Ford Transit Custom. As we can see, this is an ex-builder's van, and in fairness it's in pretty good order for a builder's van. It's a little bit dusty here and there, needs a good wash and scrub, but for the ones I've done in the past this would be classed as a better one. So one of the first jobs we're going to do is give the engine a good thorough deep clean, but first of all we're going to have to get the vacuum cleaner involved because there's quite a lot of leaves and debris around the wiper arm mechanisms and the scuttle panel. Another important reason to give this a good thorough sort of vac as well is the actual drain areas were quite bunged up, so we can initially suck a lot of the dirt and debris out of them, and then when I use the jet wash I can actually blast them out as well with the pressure and make sure that when it starts raining in the future all of that's going to drain properly down. With the leaves banished from the engine bay, we can now look to give it a thorough deep clean. So apply some all-purpose cleaner, get a brush, agitate it, and then give it a good rinse down. Naturally, this is a good time to raise a question for the comments section. Which part of these videos do you enjoy the most? Is it the engine cleaning or the seats being cleaned? I'm curious as to which parts you enjoy the most. I think personally, after doing this job for quite some time, it's actually engine bays that I enjoy doing. It's quick and easy, and the before and after is always really dramatic on these. So once that's washed and dried, we're going to introduce some Car Pro Pearl. Literally apply this while the engine bay is still a bit damp. We'll close the bonnet and it will dry and leave a natural sort of almost OE sheen. And before we get on with washing the rest of the car, we need to remove some of this old glue off the side of the van. So I've applied a bit of tar and glue remover, let that sit for a while to start loosening the glue off, but it was really quite thick, so I'm using here a plastic razor blade. It's not sharp, it's just got enough of an edge, as we can see on camera, just to pull the bulk of that glue off. It leaves still a very slight residue on the surface, so we haven't scratched anything, and then I'll just go over it again with a cloth with a bit more tar and glue remover and just remove the last bit. The problem is if you just try and remove the glue with just a rag, when it's that thick it takes absolutely forever because you're constantly bunging up the cloth and you have to keep turning it over and over and over. So something like a plastic scraper just to remove that bulk of the thickness actually makes life a lot easier and a lot quicker. So to wash this van its entirety took me about 3 hours. Reason for that, I tend to do little sections at a time. Weather at the moment is quite warm in the UK, so the detergents can dry out, so I'll, for example, do that front door shut, then the side loading door, rear doors, etc. By the time you factored in flushing out all the wheel arches, washing the tyres, the wheels, and then the roof as well, it does start to add up time-wise. Also not shown on camera, just because I'm not going to document everything, this vehicle also got a decontamination with iron fallout remover and obviously tar and glue remover on the lower parts of the panels. Obviously with the road tiles hit the bottom of the vehicle over the years, we need to get that off as well. The roof on this vehicle took me probably about an hour on its own. I was actually quite surprised that the, I suppose, green lichen, etc., which has amalgamated on the roof over many years, washed off slightly easier than I expected. I did pre-soak it with a pretty strong all-purpose cleaner first to give it its opportunity to loosen it up, but as we can see, the jet wash really did do the bulk of the work. Then it was just a simple case of once that major debris has been removed, then get obviously on a ladder, climbing up, putting some more detergent on again, and then just giving it a good brush and then just washing that off. And once the vehicle's all thoroughly washed off, we can now look to go inside the cab. And as mentioned earlier on, it's a credit to the previous owner that the inside of this van wasn't that bad at all. There's a bit of dust by the steering column and a little bit of debris on the floor, but overall it's in pretty good order for a builder's van. Typically there's a layer of sort of dust and grime in all the plastics, but after a decade on a building site it's going to be expected. But as we see on camera, we can go over one of these little scrub it pads with some all-purpose cleaner and it really starts to pull that sort of muck and debris out of the grain of the plastic. There's a bit of coffee spillage here into the speaker vent, so again give that a brush and a scrub. Then I'm going to use the airline to blow across the front of the cover at an angle just to try and remove that out and make it look nice. Same process with the cup holders, and the air vents are pretty grubby as well, so brush in there, give them a good scrub, and then we'll use the airline just to jet out the debris at the bottom of them. Once all the plastics are done, we can look to do the seats. So what we're going to do here is pre-soak them with some detergent and then give them a good scrub with the brush. And once that's done, we can then look to obviously extract all the filthy water. Now on this first pass here, I'm not going to get every single bit, but don't fear, I usually have to go over the seats in these kind of vans and cars 2 or 3 times to get all the muck out of them. So the seat backs weren't too bad, it was just mainly the bases. I feel it might have had a dog at some point sat on one of the bases of one of these seats because it had a few dog hairs there, but we'll never know. But say good scrub with the brush and the vax and it all comes out. I think in total this car, or van I should say, probably took around about 15 litres of water for an extractor just to get all these seats completely flushed out and clean. And as we'll see in the after shots, there are still a few little marks here and there. You're never going to get them absolutely spotless, but big improvement. Once the plastics are thoroughly dried, we can apply some Aerospace 303 dressing, which is going to give this a really nice sort of factory finish look. It's not too sticky or slimy, it's what we like, and I'll use a little detail swab here just to go around the air vents as well. So something which was a little bit different on this van for me was the machine polishing. So I knew it had a lot of paintwork in its life, which is not uncommon for a commercial, but on the rear tailgate, as we're about to see on camera, there's these beige patches, and what that is it's primer. So either someone's buffed it too hard in the past and actually gone through the paintwork, or secondly there wasn't enough paint applied and it's bleached through over the years. Now what became challenging for me was this side door and the passenger door as well had both been painted, and I think what's happened in the past is that the sign writing was applied too soon afterwards and the actual glue had eaten into the paintwork and marked it. So whereas a buffer would usually get the sign writing out, I actually had to use a sanding pad and actually sort of sand the surface back before I could then rebuff it to get rid of that sign writing, otherwise it would have been still there and visible. With all those things done, we're nearly there, so it's a case of dressing the tyres, putting some bumper dressing on the plastic panels. I'll also go around and do some touch-ins. Again, this vehicle's got battle damage around it. It's an improvement, we're not chasing perfection or something like this. It's of a price range, it's cheaper, it's an older van, but we still want to give it the best chance we can and make it look as presentable as possible. And I think in the after shots we can agree it looks considerably better than it did. And if you did enjoy this video and want to see another one, I'm going to link another Transit on screen that had a real deep clean as well, and another van that had the back of it completely restored. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again shortly.